Welcome. We're in our customers' living rooms, kitchens, couches. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Tina with Thermomix, TAINAMIX.com, and I'm joined by wonderful Tiffany. Tiffany is in her kitchen. So we want to welcome you to our Wilton kitchens, and the theme of course is Halloween, and the theme is spooky delicious treats that you can make with your kids, for your kids. They're really delicious. Tiffany, why don't you share with us what you will be doing for us today?
Okay, I'm going to make a very, very cute cookie that you can finish them in no time. And then because I make a batch of them and then I didn't remind my kids so they gobble them up, I can only show you the picture right now, but I'm going to show you the product later on. This is what we are making today.
Hey, that's so cute. Little monsters. And I will be starting to prepare a monster dip for you. And the monster dip is a super easy and delicious snack that you can prepare for your kids. I think it's amazing as a dessert, as like a chocolate fondue type of dessert. And our goal today is to inspire you to use your Thermomix. If you do not have one, to join our community and purchase the Thermomix. We can get you free shipping, an amazing host gift, and you can also earn it yourself. So I will go ahead and start with the caramel monster dip, and it's really easy. And this session is probably going to be only about 30 minutes or so. It's just the two of us. So we just wanted to give you some quick inspirations. And to get started, you can just search for monster in Cook I Do. There's not that many recipes that have monster in it. I already prepared my ingredients, so I can find it in previously cooked. And Thermomix remembers that I did the recipe, but I didn't finish it. So it asks me, do you want to resume or restart? And I will restart. And don't you love my hair? I mean, it's not ideal for the Thermomix, but I like it anyways. So we're going to start cooking. And we have just the best ingredients here for you. Do not count calories today, please. It's all about the flavor and the fun. Once in a year is Halloween and we have to celebrate that. The first ingredient is whipping cream, 5 ounces. And as you can see, if you do not have a Thermomix, you can see that the scale function is activated right away. So it tells you exactly how much you have added in. So 5 ounces of heavy whipping cream, and then 4 ounces of brown sugar. Now this is a recommendation, and you can of course reduce the amount of sugar, which I have done. So I have about 2.5 ounces of sugar, brown sugar. And the next ingredient is butter, unsalted butter, unsalted of course, or you can do salted and turn it into like a salted caramel monster dip. The next ingredient is maple syrup, and here of course you can also vary the monster dip. For example, adding nuts is a really fun idea here as well. And we add cocoa powder as well. And all of that, of course, your kids can help you. Your kids can help you weigh the ingredients. If you do not want the kids to weigh the ingredients straight into the bowl, what you can do is you can put the lid on, you can put the scale on, and you can set a container on top and have your kids weigh the ingredients into the container. So in case they're doing a much higher amount, nothing is lost. You can just scoop it out again. The last ingredient is vanilla extract. And that is it. All I have to do now is insert my measuring cup into the mixing bowl lid. And now at the highest temperature, which is the Varoma temperature, for 12 minutes, I turn the dial to speed 2, and you can just turn it really fast. It will stop at 2, and that's literally all I have to do. Wasn't that easy? And once this is cooking, I'll hand it over back to Tiffany, and she'll guide us through the super cute Munster cookies. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. So my dish is also very simple and easy. So first, because I'm making cookie, so first I'm going to cream my butter. And then the butter has to be room temperature, that's important. Then I'm going to put in my butter. And then along with the butter, I'm going to put in some powdered sugar. So when you think of powdered sugar, some people say, oh no, I don't have powdered sugar. That is fine. You have Thermomix. Any kind of sugar, put in there, go to speed 10. Within seconds, you will have your powdered sugar. You will never need to buy them again. So in the powdered sugar it goes. And then we just pop on the lid because I need to cream it a little bit. And then put out my measuring cup. Oh, sorry, it's waiting for too long. And then it goes to sleep. Let me turn it on again. And then I'm going to use speed 3 for about a minute to cream my butter. Sorry. Ooh. Okay. Not yet. It's okay.
And I want to wake up.
It wouldn't want to wake up. Oh, there we go. Oh, a
Taking
minute.
a nap.
Yep. And then go to speed 3. Go to cream the butter. And then other than these, the ingredient is super easy. You will need a flour. The special thing about this recipe is the flour. Normally, if you are making cookie, you will using cake flour or all-purpose flour. But today, I'm using cake flour plus bread flour. But if you really cannot find them, all-purpose is always fine. And then the reason I'm using these two mixing together is because of the texture. It's not like too hard or too chewy, so I like it. And then you can play the ratio around yourself. The more cake flour, the cookie will taste more like softer. And then if you put more bread flour, then your cookie will have the bite into it. So other than that, because it's a Munster cookie, I need a color. Ooh, see how fast is that? When I'm still talking, it's done cream already. Okay, I want to scrape down the side a little bit. See, it will look like this.
I like that new sound of yours, Tiffany. I think that's a new sound that was introduced with the last update.
Right, it's a brand new one. I like it so much.
It sounds like Christmas.
Right, the chime sound. And then I want to cream it a little bit more so I can, because I think the butter need a little bit more air into it. Then you will see it a little bit like pale white. Then that means there's a lot of air in there. This time I might go to speed 4. And then because I want a color, so I'm going to use a black cocoa powder instead of just cocoa powder. Black cocoa powder, it will intensify the color of the cookie. And if you use just regular cocoa powder, that is absolutely fine. It will come out about brownish, but because I want it to be darker. And for black cocoa, you can easily get them online. I just get mine from King Arthur website. It's really easy to get them. And see, how easy is that? You cream your butter. I bet a lot of us cream our butter before using the mixing bowl and then the mixture and then the butter just whipping out everywhere on the counter, on myself. With Thermomix, it's that easy. The flour wouldn't give you a facial, all over. So now I'm done cream the butter. I'm going to put in my flour and the cocoa powder.
And Tiffany, this is not a recipe that is on Cook I Do, correct? This is something you do manually.
Yes, that's correct. But what I would say is you can use any kind of cookie recipe from Cook I Do that is not icebox cookie. That you see them, it's more like buttery cookie, that more buttery, that because today I'm actually going to use the piping bag to piping them out. So the texture of the dough is much, much softer. It cannot hold its shape. And you don't need to put into the fridge to wait until to harden. You don't need that. So let me put in the flour now. And then grab my lead and measuring cup. And I'm going to use my kneading function for just 30 seconds. And then it will be ready. And then other than that, the thing that we need is the candy eyeball. It's really easy to buy them nowadays. And then even Amazon, you can find them. They send it to you, even same day shipping. I just buy it on Amazon. So I think Wilton is the brand I'm using. But the eyeball, I'm going to talking about that. When we pipe on the cooking dish tray, when you pipe it up and then put on the eyeball, see how fast is that? That's amazing. Let me give it a little bit, break down the side a little bit, and then so I can keep on talking, and then my Thermomix can do all the work for me. And another 30 seconds because of the scraping down. Okay. So when you put your eyeball onto the cookie, remember, try not to just push them in. Just gently lay them up on top of your cookie. Reason is today the cookie I'm going to put into the oven for fairly low temperature at 215, but at about 90 minutes. So instead of using baking, I would say I want the moisture inside there to be dehydrated. I want the cookie to be dry. So because of the candy eyeball, it might melt. So that's why I use much lower temperature. And then the recipe I'm using. Okay. Just a second.
Are you using a special spatula?
Not really. It's just like this one. I like to use this one to pipe into the piping bag. It's not a special one. It's just a regular one.
Just a regular one.
Yes.
One thing that has to be remembered is whenever the Thermomix asks for the spatula to be inserted to mix, please use this one, the Thermomix spatula that has the little neck. My son made pancakes once and he used a regular spatula, and needless to say, he had a little red plastic chunk in the batter. So always use this when mixing, when the Thermomix is mixing.
Right, and always remember you need to go clockwise, right?
Clockwise, yes. If you take your soup or whatever out of the Thermomix with the spatula, turn it clockwise, because then you touch the blunt side of the blade, and therefore your spatula is not getting chopped.
Yep. Okay, so because I think today my the cocoa powder, I probably accidentally put it a little bit too much, so my dough come out a little bit too much harder. So I'm going to mix it a little bit more, and then I put just a little bit depth of the butter in there because I want the dough to be much softer. Okay, this one. It should come out pretty soft. When your hand touch it, it should be really soft. And then that's the texture that you are looking for. And then after that, I'm going to put into my piping bag. And then the piping bag, what I always do is I use the this kind of big cup. See, you can easily get them. And then I put my piping bag in there. So my piping bag will stay. It won't move around and you don't need to use your hand to hold your piping bag.
That's a very good trick, Tiffany. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
Because I used the piping bag earlier today for the little meringue ghosts, which I will show you in a minute. And oh my God, it was so messy.
Right. So
but I didn't use your trick, so maybe that's why.
Next time you will love this one.
And to those who do not know me yet, I am a cooking zero. Thanks to the Thermomix, I can be a cooking hero. But things like piping bags, well, there I'm still a zero.
Okay, I'm done with the piping. And the recipe, we are going to post it online later. And then just remember the recipe, it can yell for about 70 cookies. And the size I'm making, you can easily get this kind of baking sheet that has a little circle on it. A lot of people using them to bake macaron. And then I use the small circle on here. That can make about 70 cookies. Use the recipe, I'm going to post it later. And then when you are piping, remember, do not use the tip to touch the baking sheet. That way your cookie will come out really flat. So give it a little bit space. Then your cookie will have the height and then it come out much cuter. It won't be like flat. So I'm going to just show you. This is the way I do it. Just a second. Okay.
This can be a great Halloween giveaway as well.
Yes.
Maybe wrapped in a little baggie and set out on a table so kids can just grab it.
Right, that's what my girls do all the time. They do the piping and then they like to put the ice. Sometimes they put one, sometimes they put two, sometimes they are not even aligned. They love it. So I just gently.
It's monster cookies.
Yes, that's right. So I just gently put the eyeball onto it like this. And then you can put into the oven for 215 for a good 90 minutes. It will look like this.
Super cute. Have you added any baking powder to it?
No, it's just.
So they will stay. So they will stay basically the form they are. They will not expand.
They will not, and because I use a very low temperature, so the cookie will not melt away. It will hold its shape. I'm also going to post it the piping tip that I'm using the number on it. I will also show you there, so you can buy it and then let your kids do all of it. My girls can finish this whole thing by themselves because of the Thermomix.
Perfect. So you have time for yourself. You have Halloween treats. You have your kids doing something productive. I think it's a winner for all.
Exactly.
For everybody. That looks so amazing. So my monster dip is ready, and I mean, it's really so basic, it cannot be simpler than that. And the monster dip, all you have to do is carefully pour into a heat-proof bowl and allow to cool before serving. So very easy. And it just looks like amazing chocolate. Smells so good. Smells like caramel. And so this is your perfect chocolate fondue. And of course it tastes amazing with berries, grapes, banana. Yet what I think most kids will really enjoy is if you prepare little marshmallows for them. And so then they can just be dipped and eaten. I will try one just to see how it tastes. Mm. Mm. So good. The gooiness of the marshmallow and the chocolatey warmth of the sauce. Mm. So good. Another dish that I prepared earlier for you today is my meringue ghosts, and I wanted to show you those. So these are very simple as well. They use egg white, sugar, and just a touch of salt. I did notice that my temperature for the oven was a bit too high, so there is some cracking. But the next batch that I will do, I will lower the temperature to about 250 or even 240 to make sure that it's not cracking. Meringue cracks if the temperature difference is too vast. So you really need to cook it or bake it at a very low temperature. So bada boom, you have seen 3 Halloween treats already. I do want to show you Cook I Do to guide you through some more recipes. And for that, I'm going to share my screen. Just making sure, where's my Cook I Do? Too many tabs open. So here is the Cook I Do. I hope you'll be able to see it. And so the Cook I Do, what you can do here, for example, you can just search for Munster, and that will bring up all the recipes that have the name Munster in them. You can select the filter, you can choose other countries. So I will also choose United Kingdom and Australia. And there's 8 Munster results with the name Munster. And here's the caramel Munster dip as well. What you can also do is you can just search for Halloween and you will get several recipes. So we have 73 recipes found. The butterbeer is another great option. Here are the meringue ghosts, the dip. So really fun dishes. And what you can also do instead of recipes, you can click here and you can search for collections. So there's a few Halloween collections that you can do. Oh, and here are the ghosts again. And what you can do is you can save these recipes. Yet I do not see the save button, probably because my Zoom is hiding it. So there should be a button up here to say save. So this way you can save a collection in your own Cook I Do collection database. And another thing that Fallback is currently featuring in Cook I Do is when you scroll down through the latest collections, through the online ordering, the tips, into like a happy Halloween section. So you can click on here and there is more tips for Halloween. The treats that we went through, you can make amazing Halloween dinners, spooky red drinks, tips for a Halloween party, like this is always a good one. Freeze water in a glove and then take that glove off once it's frozen. So you have a frozen hand that flows in your drink. Creative candy, anything pumpkin, kids, movie snacks, scary movie snacks. So a really nice assortment of recipes that you can choose from. And in case you do not know how Cook I Do works, you would just select a recipe. Oh, sign up for free. It doesn't recognize me. It logged me out. So I'll just quickly log back in. That's why I couldn't save the collections, because I wasn't signed in. So what you can do is you can add it to your weekly plan, the Sausage Mummies. And let's say I want to do it on the 30th to have it ready on the 31st. I'll save that. And then I will also add it to my collection. Let's say I have a Halloween collection. You can just add it here. I just added it to another collection. And you can add it to your shopping list. And a new feature that you may or may not know is you are able to receive all of the ingredients on your shopping list delivered. And that is an amazing feature. You can order it right here, and then it guides you to either, let's say, Instacart or Amazon Fresh or Vons or whichever supermarkets are in your zip code. It will connect you to them, and then you can just get your ingredients and be ready for Halloween. So this was Cook I Do in a nutshell. I'll stop sharing. And I hope you enjoyed our delicious recipes. Our bundle this month is stoneware, if you're interested. This is, Anna is her name. So this is beautiful stoneware. And I'll show you that this was manufactured for Vorwerk. I hope you can see Vorwerk right here. So this was not purchased, but this was specifically produced for Thermomix. And as you know, as with Thermomix, the quality is excellent. They're nice and heavy, don't use soap, and they will become non-stick over time. So really nice bundles. Betty, the bread making Dutch oven is sold out, but the other three are, I think, are still available. So we should have some great offers, probably also coming up for Black Friday. We never know, so hopefully check in with us. And let us know if you are interested in joining our community. We will be able to organize you free shipping, host gift. The host gift, one of the host gifts is the amazing serving bowl. And I just used my serving bowl to make rice earlier today. So I have my rice here nice and warm. And I would love to hear if there's any questions. Let me check if there's any questions on Facebook. Tiffany, do you have any other, are there any questions? No, I don't see any questions.
No, you were doing so great, explain everything, and then even the bundle that I was about to say, I'm good.
Great. And as I mentioned, you can always join us and earn your Thermomix back. So you probably know a few other people who would benefit from the ease of use and from the fun of using the Thermomix. So join us and earn your Thermomix back. Let us know what else you would like to see, what other skills you would like to polish with your Thermomix, and we'll be happy to have an upcoming Zoom class featuring your selected topic. So happy Halloween. Have a spooky next week. Contact us for any questions, and we will be sending out the recipes of the 3 dishes that we prepared for you today. So thank you so much for tuning in. Quick half witching hour. Tiffany, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you everyone.
Looking forward to cooking with all of you next time.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.